Okay, to add your accounts, we click on the add button here, and we're going to put in our username for the Google account, the password, and we're going to choose the website as YouTube, and then we're going to save it. Okay, so I'll just put something in here quickly, and I'm going to put my passwords, and then when you've done that, you click on save. You do not need to worry about the proxy. Okay, so I'm just going to pause this while I click on that because I don't want people to see my password. Okay, now all you have to do is checkbox, and you can click on start checking accounts and getting channels. Okay, so I'll click on that, and we're going to have a browser pop up. Now if you've got two-step verification on your Google account, it's going to take a while because you have to verify every single channel. It's better to turn it off while you do this, and then you can put it back on later if you choose. Okay, what I envisage many people doing is to use this tool for syndicating content from the main channel, or just syndicating other videos so that they can get backlinks into videos in the main channel. Okay, in that case you can go and create some YouTube accounts or Google accounts, create some channels, and you can just put, without the verification, without the two-step verification, it's going to be much faster. Okay, now that we got that, what we can do is we can click on here, and you can see now we have got a drop down menu. Okay, if I choose the first one in here, we have that drop down menu. Now if I want all of those to start to show, all I have to do is click on expand account. Okay, just like that. So it's expanded, and every channel that I have got within that Google account is now showing. Okay, so the next step is I keep everything checkboxed, and I'm going to click on start authorizing internal API key. Okay, make sure you got everything checkboxed. Sometimes I just uncheck and then check again to make sure, and we will let it go and do that. Now you can see it automatically starts with 5 threads at one time. It just does 5 threads, and we have to let the software go and do the work. And this doesn't take too long. Again, as long as you don't have a two-step verification, it's going to be quick and easy. Let me just watch it for a minute. And this will mean that we do not need to worry about credits for uploading videos, for commenting, and also for thumbnails. Okay, and as the process is working here, you can keep an eye on this section here. This will start to change from no to yes once it's been done. Okay. I'm going to pause this for a second, guys. Okay, so you can see the first one is populated here. It says yes, so that's been authorized with the internal API key. And the best thing to do here, if you don't have that two-step verification, is just set this up, go and have a cup of coffee or something and come back, which is what I'm going to do. Actually, I'm just going to pause and I will come back once this is done, and then we can go on to the next step. Okay, so that's about 28 accounts. You can see there's a couple here that's failed. All I need to do is just run these through again, but I'm not going to do that in this demo video. I'll just carry on so you can just see the process, and I can finish these afterwards. So the next step is to start authorizing the YouTube API keys. Okay, this is important so that we can use these for the vid globalizer tool for being able to upload those captions. Now with those captions, you can make sure that the subtitles always show on the videos automatically just by putting a simple tag that I will put underneath the vid globalizer video. It's important because it will increase engagement of those videos if somebody is watching the video that's in English, for example, like mine are, but that has the subtitles in whatever language, whether it's German, Italian, Spanish, Portuguese, whatever it might be. They will be able to see in their language the subtitles. So that's why we need the YouTube API keys for this, but there will be other tools added into 𝗕𝗂𝗀𝗀 Alpha that will need YouTube API keys as well. So we're going to do those next. Okay, so the next step to start authorizing YouTube API keys, what we have to do is double click on each one of these channels, and we're going to assign a YouTube API key, which you're going to put into this section of the settings over here. Okay, so I'll just come back over and I'm going to pause while I double click this because my password is showing here otherwise. And here what you will do is you will see a drop down for the API keys that you put in here. I suggest get a few of these. Okay, just get a few of these done and you will be okay for going forward. Okay, so you're not limited. Now I'm just going to choose one of these and then I click on save. Okay, I can't click on save it. I need to put my password back in. Okay, you need to do that for all of these one at a time. And then once you've assigned the API key to each of these for the YouTube API key, then you can start to authorize the API. So I'm going to do that and then I will come back and I will run this and you can see how that works. Okay, so it's the same process. I've got a couple here that are not got the internal verification, so I'm not going to choose these. I need to go back and fix these later. So what we're going to do is start authorizing the API keys. And it's just the same process. Window will pop up. This time it's going to do one at a time. Okay, so definitely go and take a break and then come back, and that's exactly what I'm going to do right now. So I will come back when this is done and we should have our YouTube API keys authorized as well. Okay, so this is finished now and you can see I've got a few here that I need to run again. That's not unusual. It could be if you find commonality between the you can see this one here has got 3 failures. That means that this API probably is not set up correctly, so I need to change which API I'm going to use for these 3 bottom ones. But just look for any patterns like that and you'll be able to spot them and see why they're failing, so that you can see the same API key up here is failing. It's not set up properly. So I will run those, but that's essentially how you create the accounts. It's not that hard. It's very, very simple. And once you have done this part, save it. Okay, just make sure you save it. Just checkbox all, click on save, and I'm just going to update the one I had before. And I'm going to put in here, you see I put a number at the end so that I can see which one is the latest one. I know I've still got some that I've got to go and correct, but that's okay. I've got enough here I can work with for quite some time, and it's saved on my computer now. And I'll also put it into a USB or a separate hard drive as well, just as a backup, and those can be used in future for all your campaigns. Okay, thanks.